Hey, welcome back to week 3 recap of Countdown to D's Day. And if you're new to my channel, Countdown to D's Day is my journey to September 14th of this year, where I will celebrate a major milestone birthday. To stay up to date with the weekly recaps and other videos that we have, don't forget to click the bell and hit subscribe so you will know when I have new videos coming out. I also want to give a shout out to a channel this week. Every week I give a shout out to a commenter of the week, someone who has been commenting and showing love and support and helping me build a community. And this week the shout out goes to Melanie Hinde, aka Princess Ninja, and also the Keto Critic. I've known Melanie, I think maybe for a year now. We connected on YouTube and then I started following her journey. She's on a weight loss journey as well, and she has been a huge inspiration and a support to me, my journey, and also just my channel in general. I just really appreciate her support and her friendship. Be sure to visit Melanie's channel. I will have a link to her channel down in the description box. On to the results. So I weighed in this morning, which is Monday, February 4th, to think of the day. And my weight this morning was 173.6, which is a 2.4 loss for the week. And so far I have lost 8.4 pounds in total. My chest is 41, which is down an inch from last week. And that's a 1-inch total loss in the chest. And my hip is still the same, my stinking hips. I'm very pleased with the results. What I've been doing is intermittent fasting. In my recap last week, I said that I was kind of doing intermittent fasting without really trying. Well, it kind of worked out that way. I just decided to see how long I could go before I felt hungry. And so it's around every day, it's around 10, 11 o'clock is when I make my first meal, and I have a healthy breakfast, which usually includes some fried eggs and bacon or an avocado. So it ends up being about a 15-hour fast, and then I just have not really been hungry. In my last video, I asked some people about being concerned about not being hungry, having low calorie days, and I'm still having those. Although the calories have gotten just over 1,000, yesterday I had another 800 calorie day. And so I've been told, don't worry about the calories, just eat while you're hungry. And that's what I've been doing. I haven't been loading myself up. My macros are still well proportioned. So I guess this is how it's going to be for me, maybe. So I'm just kind of rolling through just kind of going with the flow. So yeah, it averages out. It's about 2 big meals. Like my breakfast this morning was about 420 calories. And then this afternoon I had I'm not exactly sure what to call it. The recipe I got off of Thomas Delauer's channel. And it was a recipe for, I'm just going to call it a bulletproof matcha tea. It was pretty good. And so I had one of those, and I'll see what I do for dinner. But again, I'm not eating a lot, and then I don't eat after 7 o'clock at night. So anyway, I'm thinking I'm going to go with that and see if I can push the fast up until maybe noon and see how that goes. But I'm feeling well. I've been sleeping about 6 hours a night, which is a lot more than I have been getting. So it's been 3 weeks without coffee. I have had some tea. But again, I'm not a really big tea drinker, so. And for movement, I have really just been doing a lot of stretching, trying to get some mobility back in my back. And I'm also doing a plank challenge, and that's also through Melanie Hinde's channel. We have some people that are doing a challenge for 60 days to work ourselves up to a 2-minute plank. So I did a 1-minute plank is where I'm kind of at right now. So I've been doing some planking, which is what I feel is kind of a good overall body strengthening exercise. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm still trying to work up to a point where I can get some strength to be able to walk for a distance. So I'm gonna go out and try that this week. Something great happened yesterday when I was going to church. I put on a leather coat and I was actually able to button it. I haven't been able to button it for several months now, and I was able to actually button it. So that was a victory there. Yay! This last week, I have been doing a lot of apologizing to myself. I've been apologizing for ignoring my body's needs and my spiritual and emotional needs. I've been apologizing to myself for not being true to myself. being true to who I really am, because I've been ignoring myself and I've been burying my emotions and ignoring my feelings. It's really not in me to hide. And I've been doing a lot of that, just kind of just withdrawing and just kind of really turning inward. And it's not like me at all. And I don't like that. And I've done a lot of soul searching, and I've just been apologizing to myself this week. My nature is to help people to step up and to step out and help them transform in their own lives and help them not to hide. And how can I do that if I am hiding? So I apologize to myself for not being the coach that I know that I need to be, the coach that I know I'm meant to be, and for not facing my own fears. So I've been saying yes to no. I've always been one to be there for everybody else and to be there to help support, to offer advice, but it's come time where I've really been ignoring myself and ignoring who I am, and I've become somebody that I don't recognize. And this is part of the main reason why I started the Recycled Mom as a mentoring, coaching, outreach for women who are like me, who are moms and wives and now maybe grandmoms, and they have just gotten to this point where we don't recognize who we are anymore. And for me, it's huge because it's because I'm not living out what my purpose is, what I know my purpose is, and this is not me. I'm becoming someone that I don't like. And so I apologize to myself for ignoring myself. And I told myself that I am determined to work on myself until I become the extraordinary coach that I know I can be. I am the centerpiece of it all. I am the centerpiece, and I need to work on me so that the rest of this can work, and so that I can be there for the people who need me, who need to hear the messages, who need to have the help, who are looking for the help, because I know women are out there looking for help, and I can't be the help that they need if I haven't helped myself. And for you are the centerpiece for whatever it is that you are doing, for whatever individual growth that you're working on. But you know what? Y'all got big butts. Y'all got big butts, and your big butt is fear. Fear is the biggest butt out there. And I'm laughing. It's kind of funny. It's funny to put it in this context, but it's true. Fear is the biggest butt, and y'all got the biggest butts out there. And what fear are we talking about? Well, it's the fear of not being good enough. It's the fear of not meeting a goal, fear of emptiness, fear of being criticized, fear of being a failure. You know, fears are sneaky. They come in, they sneak in, and we start feeling that we have to work harder. We have to work longer. We have to do this or that, or we have to be this way or that way. So often we identify ourselves through the external surroundings that we're in, or by a label. And we forget the most important part of it all, us. In order to have the success that we're looking for and the goals and to achieve the things that we want, you know, in order for me to be the extraordinary coach that I know I'm meant to be, I have to deal with me. I have to deal with this centerpiece, and that means I need to go deep within myself. And I hope to encourage you to do the same. It is time to work on us. Step into your courage and go deep. Get past the limiting beliefs. Get past the inner dialogue, that stinking thinking that we have, and the thoughts and the feelings that you tell yourself. We can be our own worst critic. Find your courage, and you will ignite the power within and step into your success. You are the centerpiece, and it's time to say yes to you. All right, it's time for Fitness Through the Ages. What do we have this week? We have the Olympic Games begin in Olympia, and we are going all the way back to 776 BC. The Olympic Games were a festival, and actually a religious festival for Zeus. And in these Olympic Games, there was only one race. It was a running race, and it was a 600-foot race. And that was the only race they had. From 776 BC to 393 AD, these Olympic Games, this religious festival around the god Zeus, took place. They viewed being fit as a duty of a nation to be ready for war. So it was your duty to be fit. at least the men. And the Olympic Games always included, it was just the men. After 393 AD, we did not see Olympics again until 1,503 years later. The first modern day Olympics were held in Athens, Greece in 1896. So it took, another 1,500 years for the Olympics to come back. So there's that. Everybody learned something new today. So thank you for watching today. Thank you for tuning in and supporting my journey to September 14th, my countdown to D's Day. So until next week, everybody remember to be kind to yourself.